Hey everybody, Danielle here with Thrive. We are here for our August Facebook Live event. We were talking about water safety, and we are so excited about it. We have a lot of good information about staying safe in the water for you and the kids, and we are excited to learn some things. If you have questions, send them in the chat. We will have our usual prize going out. I'll send a private Facebook message to that winner in the next couple of weeks. And that's that. We are here with Mike Lupo, our Aquatics and Recreation Manager at Lifestyles in Mahwah. I will send out information on where we are in this location to this beautiful valley spot. And that's it for me for right now. Mike's going to take over again. Throw your questions in. We'll answer them at the end. And we're hoping that we can even show you around this awesome pool area when we get a chance. So that's that. Stay safe. Here we go. Go ahead, Mike.
Thank you, Danielle. Like Danielle mentioned, my name is Michael Lupo. I'm the Aquatics and Recreation Manager here at Valley Health Lifestyles. I've been at this facility for about 4 years now, so I'm here today to talk about water safety for our families and for our young children. I got some tips for everyone, so I just want to kind of go over all that. I have some props for you guys to kind of go over with your children when you're around any sort of water, whether it be a pool, lake, ocean, any of that stuff. So let me get started. So my first tip for all new parents and for guardians or anybody that's going to be around young children in water is to never swim alone. Swimming should only occur when a lifeguard is on duty and or a parent or guardian is looking over the kids in the pool. Lifeguards don't just watch the pool, lake, or ocean. Their job is to watch and advise the swimmers for safety at all times. So make sure you always swim in a supervised pool at all times. Like I stated, supervise children when they're in the water. We understand that when you're around water, it's always time to put your guard down and relax. We just want to make sure it does not happen too often. But when you're around children in the water, it's time to always be alert. As a general rule of thumb, parents should always be within arm's reach of their child when they're supervising them in the water. Like I mentioned, we have some props here as well. When in the water, for somebody that doesn't know how to swim, we always recommend wearing a life vest. We have one here. This is a certified life vest by the Coast Guards. So this specific one will keep the child's head out of water at all times. So always keep the child afloat on top of the water so you can feel much safer in the water. Having a kickboard, one of those puddle jumpers, and or noodle is not the safest bet to have in the water at all times. So always ask you guys to always have a life vest handy when a young child or an inexperienced swimmer is in the water. This will make it much more safe for all parties involved. Always enter the water feet first. So if you have a child that's going to be entering the water, make sure they jump feet first. We always want to prevent injuries first and foremost. So always make sure that they're at the edge of the pool, edge of the dock, anywhere they're going to be jumping, to make sure that they're right at the edge and they jump feet first. We always want to prevent injuries at all times. Also, always stay away from pool drains. In hot tubs, in pools, there's always a strong suction cup on those bottom of those pool drains. So we want to make sure that nobody's bathing suits, hands, hair, or anything that's attached to the child can get sucked in there, because we always want to make sure we prevent water safety within the water as well. Always stay within designated swim areas as well too. So if you're in a pool, we usually have ropes that kind of that keep the shallow water separated from the deep water. So if you're in water that you could stand in, we want to make sure the child doesn't extend beyond the rope. They also have those in lakes and oceans as well. So always stay in the designated swim area as well. And last but not least, it's always good to just go under a water safety course or learn CPR. At a moment's notice, an emergency can occur. So we always want to make sure that you know CPR at all times too. We offer courses here. They offer at local YMCAs, any sort of American Red Cross facility. We also offer CPR. So at all times, always have CPR in the back of your mind. And it's always good to just keep your kids safe in water at all times. Bring them to swim lessons. A good swimming instructor are in the water with the student at all times. We have swim instructors that are certified in CPR, AED, first aid, and swimming safety as well. A place for parents. It's also a place for parents to relax and observe the child, to kind of learn from the swim instructors. And it also teaches the kids survivor skills while in the water as well. Some water safety devices, like I mentioned, the ones that we recommend here at Valley is the certified Coast Guard related swim vest. We also have noodles, we have kickboards, we have puddle jumpers. So these are great tools in order to teach your child to swim and when you're within arm's distance, but never just as a safety measure. You should always be supervising your child at all times.
I have a question. What do you think is better? Swimmies, puddle jumpers, the vests? Where do you stand on those with like little kids?
Little kids is the best. Best at all times. Like I said, these are all great things to teach your kids how to swim, but the vests are always the best safety measure when in the water. They'll never have your child go underwater, so it's the best bet, on my personal opinion.
Man, I'm gonna like throw you a crazy question here that you might not want to answer. What is your thought on like a child that is afraid of going into the water? And I know that some people are like, just make them, just force them, just push them in, or coaxing them and waiting for them to be ready to get in the water in their own time. Where do you stand?
Always got to take it slow. When you're a new swimmer or somebody that's scared of the water and very nervous at first, you always got to take it slow by just getting their feet wet, just putting their hands in the water, just sitting on the steps if it's at a pool. Just slowly take it day by day with them, because you don't want a child to go in there and then they get water in their mouths or they have a bad drowning incident or whatnot. So always take it very slow with child to slowly introduce them to water.
Awesome. Thank you. Patience. It's not my strong suit, but it's what we got to do. So what aquatic classes are currently available here at Lifestyles?
So Lifestyles, we have many different aquatic classes. For our parents, we have Aqua Intervals. It's a group exercise classes. And then for young children, we have Parents Night Out, which is a fun event for the parents to drop the kids off. Then we'll have certified lifeguard swim instructors. They'll take them just a bunch of pool activities. We'll take them into the gym area. Then we also have our Learn to Swim program. We start as young as 6 months, so for the Mommy and Me classes or Daddy and Me classes. And then we go up to older adults, and we can teach them how to swim that way as well.
Awesome. Do you get a lot of adults to come in? I know I have a friend.
Yes, we have a ton of adults that come here as well. So like I said, we have 90-year-old swimming here. We also have 6-month-old swimming here. So we don't discriminate against age here.
Awesome. All right, any other questions for you guys? Anybody have anything coming in? Now is the time to ask a question. Put a question in, introduce yourselves, tell us your experience with your little one in the water, and that will enter you to win our prize that Mike has chosen. What are your thoughts on like water toys? Like I see pool noodles, I see things like that. Like what about things that sink for kids to like swim down to and things like that? Are there pool toys to stay away from or to focus on or anything like that?
Great question, Danielle. So what I like to do with the children, all these things that I showed before, the kickboards, the pool noodles, the puddle jumpers, that's great to stay on the surface of the water. But if you're trying to teach your kid to get comfortable going under the water, I recommend goggles. I recommend diving sticks, nothing too heavy. So if something's staying on the bottom, I don't want the child to stay under for an extended period of time where they're going to go in there and struggle to bring it to the surface. So diving sticks are a great tool to learn to get comfortable going under the water, seeing the surface on the bottom of the pool, going down there, and then coming back up on their own.
Awesome. More questions are coming in. Is it a good idea to let a 4-year-old swim without a floaty, of course, under supervision?
As long as the child has undergone swim instructions and you feel comfortable with them, but like I said, I can't stress this enough, always stay within arm's reach of somebody. Somebody can get very tired or fatigued, and that's all it takes at that point. So always stay within arm's distance of somebody and always have a pool noodle or something that they could grab onto if they do get tired while in the water.
Awesome. What age group do you think kids really will learn to swim? Like I have a 6-month-old. Would a 6-month-old really learn to swim, or how long would he need lessons or whatnot?
It's great to great question, by the way. It's great to introduce them to the water as young as 6 months. They start off obviously in a bathtub, so they get comfortable within the water. When you're slowly introducing them to the pool, it's great to kind of get them in the water, start to get them to kick their feet, moving their arms, getting comfortable blowing bubbles in the water. This way they associate the water with fun. So once they start having fun, they're going to start teaching these little things like we call them scoopers by moving their arms, kicking their feet. So once you start introducing the swim lessons to them, they're going to pick up on it that much quicker. And I say usually between 2 and 3 years old, you'll see the biggest jumps.
Awesome. All right. I'll chat for a second. If anybody else has any more questions, I'm reading them here. We're reading them out there. I hope that we can bring the laptop out and show you guys a tour of this awesome facility. If not, we'll take pictures and send them out to you guys. This one? That was available. All right, we're going to grab a laptop. Oh, and then also, we're going to come back and talk about, like, we offer lessons and things like that. But let's see if I can do this without showing anybody. Oh, my gosh. Awesome. All right, this is where we're at. We have a really awesome, like, cool area. Cool. All right, these things up here, water comes out of them, they pour. They're fun for kids to play with in the pool during parties and things like that. So anything else? All right, cool. We're going to go back into our office so we don't see anybody. That's just us. Okay. Awesome. So again, if there are questions, do you recommend earplugs? This is an awesome question. Do you recommend earplugs for 6 months or before? My 4-month-old starts floating in the tub and loves the pool, but I want to make sure we don't get ear infections. Awesome question.
Great question. Yes, as long as you feel comfortable with earplugs, they're not going to hurt. Nose plugs, earplugs, like I said, it's your personal preference. Children at a young age are definitely prone to ear infections, so I would definitely recommend earplugs at all times.
All right. Awesome. That was a good question. I always wonder that myself, and I've never actually given my kids earplugs, but I also wonder if that would help them.
It's also keeping them in, too, is always a struggle.
Yeah. I also wonder if, like, that deters kids from going in because they don't want water in their ears, so that might help them.
Yeah, the nose plug will also help. I know young kids, when they're jumping in the water, they like to hold their nose. If you have a nose plug handy, that way it prevents the water from going up their nostrils.
Awesome.